In Beijing, diplomats talk of peace, trust, and win-win cooperation. But out at sea, China is flexing its true power. On the decks of its newest supercarrier, the Fujian, stealth jets and radar planes roar into the sky, launched by electromagnetic force. As dialogue resumes with Washington, Beijing showcases both olive branches and iron fists. China's Defense Minister Dong Jun has called on members of the United States Congress to take constructive and pragmatic measures to improve ties between the two militaries, as both sides seek to restore channels of communication cut off in recent years. The appeal was made on September 22nd during a rare visit to Beijing by a bipartisan congressional delegation. The group met Dong as well as Vice Premier He Lifeng, a day after talks with Premier Li Qiang.
I hope you members of Congress can exclude disruptive measures and take constructive and pragmatic measures to contribute to the improvement of relations between the two militaries and promote U.S. and Chinese cooperation.
Chinese Vice Premier Lifeng placed particular emphasis on the broader diplomatic framework established by recent high-level talks between leaders.
China and the U.S. have broad space for cooperation and have extensive common interests. We hope that the U.S. will work with China on the principles of mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and win-win cooperation to promote the stable, sound, and sustainable growth of Sino-US economic and trade relations.
The delegation was led by Democrat Adam Smith of Washington, the former chairman of the House Armed Services Committee, accompanied by fellow Democrats Ro Khanna and Chrissy Houlihan and Republican Michael Baumgartner. They are expected to remain in China until Thursday. The trip comes against the backdrop of Beijing's suspension of military communication in 2022, after then House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan. Since that break, both governments have attempted to reopen lines of contact. Smith delivered a candid message, positioning the delegation as advocates for a more open exchange with China.
We are the first delegation from the United States House of Representatives since 2019, and we feel strongly that there should be more frequent visits and more robust conversation. We want to open up the lines of communication.
According to the State Council, Li Qiang described the trip as an ice-breaking visit, welcoming the chance for both sides to recalibrate their relationship.
China is willing to work with the U.S. to achieve mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and win-win cooperation, and hopes the U.S. will work with China in the same direction to advance the bilateral relationship along the correct track, benefiting both countries and the world at large.
The visit aligns with recent high-level initiatives. US President Donald Trump announced on Friday that he had made progress with Xi on trade talks, adding that the two leaders would meet at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation or the APEC Summit in South Korea in October. While diplomats debated in Beijing, the People's Liberation Army Navy was demonstrating advances at sea. On its new aircraft carrier, the CNS Fujian, naval aviators completed a major technical milestone, launching and recovering multiple types of aircraft using advanced electromagnetic catapult systems. The Fujian successfully operated the stealth J-35 fighter jet, the modified J-15T combat aircraft, and the KJ-600 early warning and control plane. The operations marked the first time China has coordinated such diverse launches from its third and most advanced carrier. According to the Navy, aircraft made numerous takeoffs and landings during training voyages in Beijing, where both the J-35 and KJ-600 made their public debut. China's newest aircraft carrier, the Fujian, has passed key trials confirming its electromagnetic launch and arresting systems, enabling full-deck operations. The achievement signals the vessel's initial operational capability, a step towards frontline deployment. Launched in June 2022 at Shanghai's Jiangnan shipyard, the 80,000-ton carrier represents a major leap from China's earlier ski jump carriers, Liaoning and Shandong. Its electromagnetic catapults bring it closer to US Navy standards, notably the USS Gerald R. Ford, offering greater flexibility, efficiency, and reduced airframe stress. The Fujian's air wing underscores this transformation. The stealthy J-35, China's first fifth-generation carrier fighter, is designed for both catapult and ski jump operations, ensuring compatibility across the fleet. The J-15T adapts earlier designs for electromagnetic launch, while the KJ-600 early warning aircraft extends surveillance and coordination. Together, these advances highlight China's ambition to challenge established naval powers and expand its ability to project force far beyond its shores. Previous clips had only shown cheering crews, but the latest broadcast confirmed that China has mastered catapult operations long dominated by the United States and France. The Fujian, measuring 316 meters and equipped with 3 electromagnetic catapults, is expected to enter service soon. Analysts say its commissioning will shift Asia's naval balance, strengthening China's ability to project air power across the South China Sea, Taiwan Strait, and further afield. However, unlike the US Navy's nuclear-powered carriers, Fujian's conventional propulsion restricts its endurance and range. Beijing has yet to confirm whether future carriers will adopt nuclear power, though speculation continues. International comparisons are inevitable. The US Navy's own electromagnetic launch system aboard the USS Gerald R. Ford has drawn criticism for reliability issues. A Congressional Research Service report in August noted persistent dependence on off-ship technical support. By contrast, China has disclosed no details on the Fujian system's performance or maintenance demands, leaving questions about long-term sustainability. Recent diplomatic thaw, including the TikTok deal and high-level visits, signals a cautious reset in US-China relations. Both sides emphasize dialogue, trust, and win-win cooperation, yet key tensions endure. Taiwan remains a flashpoint. Beijing's ties with Russia provoke Washington, and military demonstrations aboard the Fujian underscore China's growing assertiveness. While olive branches are extended, iron fists linger, showing that cooperation and competition will continue to coexist on a fragile, high-stakes stage.